morning, family and friends. It's about 9:45. Yes, it's a late start because I was in town. Breakfast where I was didn't start till 8, so that took a while to get through that, and then had to walk back through town. I finally got a ride back. It took me a while. Like the trip into town, it was another hiker, so they were, wanted to to help out other hikers. So anyway, I'm back on trail, fortunately. Plan for today is do what I can. I'm supposed to go over Bromley Mountain. I'll show you in a second. Somewhere Bromley Mountain is 3 miles. I don't know what mad Tom notch is. Maybe I'll be mad and that'll be a notch. Anyway, so I've got to do that. That's the big deal. The other thing I want to mention is I mentioned a few days back I injured my leg, and it's some better. It was part of the reason for the 0, so I could rest it, but it's not 100%. So I took some ibuprofen, so that's helping. But yeah, I gotta keep an eye on that, because if it doesn't get better, if it gets worse, I may have to change my plans. If you understand what I mean. Oh shoot, that was interesting. So yeah, well, stay tuned on that. Okay, it's 10:35. This sign says we got 1 mile to the summit and 8 miles to the Peru Peak Shelter. Okay. It's 10 of 11. This is a little side trail. Like 100 yards to a vista. I wasn't sure if there was a view from the summit or not, so thought I'd show you at least this. Sorry about that. Try to give you some magnification. I don't know exactly which direction I'm looking. I want to say east, but I'm not positive. Okay, I gotta push on to the summit. According to this sign, I'm 0.3 miles from the summit. This is the direction I came. This is the direction I'm going. You probably can't tell, but this is part of a ski area. This is a well-known ski area. I think the ski trails are ways off here, but yep. So was Stratton Mountain, by the way, but we didn't get anywhere close to the ski area itself. Okay, like I said, this is a ski area. I just went over on that right side hut and changed into my hoodie because it's cold. Okay. There's a sign indicating the way down. By the way, from the back where I was standing before, I thought that thing from the top was a person standing there looking. It was a little weird. But it's getting foggy up here. That's not good. I gotta get down. Okay, it's roughly it's around 1 o'clock. And we've reached this point. And give me a second here, so I can show you on the map. We are here. Looks like we're gonna wander around in between 2 of these wilderness areas. Okay. It's 11 after 2. On the summit of Stiles Peak. I'm giving you what view I can. It's very cloudy, overcast, so not much view, but something. It's nothing, not better than nothing, which was what we got at Bromley. Excuse me. Yep, this is it. Okay. It's 4 o'clock. There's nothing to see. I'm just showing you the trail. Yeah, it's been foggy. It's cold. overcast, no views. Let's see. Yeah, like Styles Peak. There's this little bit of a bitty view. Anyway, I'm headed towards the campsite after the Peru Peak shelter. It's like half a mile later. Oh, it's on Griffith Lake. That's it. I couldn't remember the name. So that's where I'm headed. I should be there in about half an hour. I've seen how many people on trail? Not very many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people on trail. 3 of them doing day hikes. So, and only 2 of them were headed in the same direction I am. If I stand here too long, they'll catch up to me. Anyway, I'll see you at the campsite. It's after 4:20. This is Griffith Lake, so the campsite should be nearby soon. Yeah, I passed the Peru Peak shelter a little while ago. There was another hiker there. She had also zeroed yesterday in Manchester, and didn't want to go too far today. Yeah, there's not a lot of choices when you get at this point. If I were to go further than campsite, which I, have a little bit of time, I could do that. But the choices for setting up aren't so great, and I haven't planned out what my next few days will look like. Anyway, so I'll see you at the campsite. Okay, we're in the area of the campsite. I have to look for a place to set up. Here's the view of the lake from the part of the campsite. They don't want you camping next to the lake, for obvious reasons, because people will hog spaces. Though I don't think there's anybody else here. But I don't need to camp by the lake because of the bugs. Bugs are worse close to the water. I need to find a place to set up, as I said before. And here's my setup for the campsite. Standard tarp, hammock, pack underneath, arrangement. What I'll show you though is this, because this is a focus on tenting. There's a bunch of tent platforms. This is one of them. So I'm off to the side of the tent platform, and you see this has a number 1. There's like 3 or 4 tent platforms over here. And Privy is down in that direction. So it's got everything. The fire pit was back near the lake, naturally, because people want to sit by the lake. But this has got everything the shelter has except the shelter. Okay. I can't tell for sure. I think that's a beaver swimming around because it made a big thud which I assume was this tail hitting the water. Okay. Well, even though I'm the only one at the campsite, I'll do my end of the day recap here, just so you get a look at the lake. It's too bad it's not, a bright sunny day. This would be, even better. Anyway, so yeah, I started out in town. Had to walk out of town, actually for a little ways before I could. Somebody stopped and give me a ride, but that was, very nice of them to do that. And I offered them money, and they didn't take it. Same when I came into town. But anyway, so town was good. You already saw some of it in the last video. So I got a little bit of a late start, but went up Bromley Mountain, which is a ski area, so you saw some of the ski stuff. And then went down, anyway, went over to, I forgot the other peak, sorry. Anyway, so it's been, I don't know, 10 miles or so for today. There wasn't a good option for camping after this site, so I could have went for like another hour, which would have put me around 12. But anyway, I still need to plan out what I'm doing the next few days, because Killington Peak, which is a major peak, is coming up, and I want to do that climb in the morning, when I'm fresh and when it's cooler, in case it warms up. It's not supposed to warm up too much, but maybe a little bit. But this is definitely chill in the air today, so I gotta do that. So yeah, like I said, I saw a few people on trail, but not too many, especially for the middle of the week. This campsite isn't bad. In the summer, they have a caretaker here, according to the information I have, and they charge you $5 to camp. But there's nobody else here, so I'm camping for free. There's lots of tent platforms. But like I said, there's nobody else here. I'm all by myself unless somebody shows up late. But anyway, have a good night.